Hey everybody, welcome to the Peak. This is how we are doing Downtime. Our players have about 30 days or a 3-10 day of activity they can do. They have a dice pool, one of each dice of our polyhedral set that they can use on various DCs of activities that they've told me they want to do. This is sort of the result of that as we go through their downtime, and some of the results play into things, and it leads us into something else that we will be doing when we pick up with the regular campaign and coming out of our Homie and the Dude temporary campaign. So check it out. We hope you like it. Downtime. So I think what we'll do is maybe sort of divide these into I guess just we'll go sort of person by person, and then we'll see if there's anything you want help with. Maybe talk about the big things, and then some other things will happen at the end, and we all sort of know. We talked a little bit off camera beforehand, and we don't need to put this in here.
But what are the hard things that you were...
Teleportation circle.
Teleportation circle.
And
but
marina.
You also, but
Right.
you
I think that was your
marina. Okay.
Yeah.
And what did you have that
Did
was
you have
hard
that in there?
you wanted to do?
I want to set up a centralized intelligence bureau to disseminate reports through a message stone network that we have. So set up an intel network and map the battle lines. But I kind of already did that.
J. Edgar Hoover over here.
What battle lines?
Well,
So sorry, is this classified information, or do I not have the clearance to
might not have
hear?
the clearance.
Clandestine.
I wanted to basically act as a general. Like, what would a general do right now? And it was like, let's formalize, find out who our allies and our enemies are, and figure out and formalize an intelligence network. That we have based on our sending stones. I also have, a few things are adjacent ideas. Like, should we call for adjacent ally envoys to come and set up a, hey, the gods are back, what should we do summit?
Well, that's a very interesting thing. You both mentioned Marina. You're sort of getting an idea for allies, and I feel like that could be a group role to move those things, move those elements. I would be curious to know, what is your base, you each use a relevant skill. What is that bonus that all three of you can add to one roll? You know what I mean? So if you each have a +4, that's a guaranteed 12, right? If you all work together.
Yep.
So then you don't have to throw as big a dice to a hard task if you use your bonuses together.
Sure.
You know
Well,
what I'm
that
saying?
was part of my thought too, with the Divided Sky. Mm-hmm. Was to also, because I think I wrote down on there about it being eyes and ears or some sort of spy information network, because they're already dispersed amongst all of the nations of the world. Mm-hmm. So in theory, for getting information on the ground about what's happening,
Which is fine too.
that might help out.
That's fine. I can add one thing that I created that may or may not help to that.
Okay. Yeah.
This vagary is...
Well, it's just stuff I got. It's little secrets.
Great. Well, I think that might be a good starting point. Why don't we try
Hoard
to,
secrets?
one of the
Great.
first things, one of the first things you do is try to contact the Order of the Divided Sky to gain, because that could help you down the line with some of the other intelligence things you want to do. So that I've got as a medium DC 15 roll.
Okay.
So if you want help with that, you could at least get a 8 if you use +4 relevant skills.
Well, I didn't even realize that so really we should all help each other every time, even if it's just a D4 or something super tiny, because then we will
you get the bonus. The bonus is
correct.
stacked. Yeah.
And so then if I'm going to use my influence or insight, I already have a +5 to those.
That's dope. That would be a very relevant skill to get in touch with them and figure out.
Yeah, and that's because you said that they're in the there was a comment about dials in the sewers.
Yes, they would probably help you with that role if that later on became I'll give you a.
Well, that was sort of my thought was to start there, because it
Yep.
sounds like there is some Divided Sky or some where stuff happening in the sewers. So I would like to attempt to contact whatever cell of the Order of the Divided Sky is here in Jaro, to then disperse about the network, tell them that hey, the Vortorm's back, this is what's going down, and we need to start organizing.
Great. Okay. Is anyone going to add to this
started yet?
effort? Yeah, we're starting right now. We're doing this. We're playing the game.
We just kind of rolled
We're playing.
into it.
Yeah. Well, we'll do an intro too at the end. We'll have an intro here at some point.
I thought we were just talking about stuff.
Well, that's sort of what we're doing. That's kind of what this episode
playing.
is. We're going to be talking about a lot of stuff. So you're going to attempt to make contact and gain repute with the Order of the Divided Sky a little further.
And maybe, yes.
Under the sort of your foot in the door is like, hey, we heard there's something going on down in the sewers of Jarro with
Well, and
were
also,
creatures
like,
of some
look,
kind.
I
right?
know Garcia. I've met Karan Garanth. Like
Your mom is Karina.
My mom is Karina, and like not
For
like
sure.
now I'm in charge, but also like, hey, like I'm one of the Vortorum, and like there's a bunch of shit that's about to go down, and like we know it's been going down all over the place, and we need to get our shit together.
For sure.
You are now the headliner for the Order of the Divided Sky.
No, I think you're just a pocket that's attached to the Vortorum that
Yeah.
the Divided Sky now has tapped into the Vortorum powers
I
or
will help.
whatnot.
It sounds like there's an if coming, but go on.
If.
The way that I can help.
No,
Okay.
you're doing so good. I'm going to help you. Okay?
But
All
I'd
right,
like
man,
to
that's good.
formalize. I'd like to formalize and codify the way that we are going to communicate and how information,
Lots
should
of
be
file
disseminated.
cabinets.
Oh Lord.
Okay.
I don't know if Garcia is gonna like that, but okay.
Oh, man.
We can adapt a little bit to the Order
Just
of the
go
Divided
with the
Sky. Like we
flow.
should bring some of the Order of the Divided Sky into that codification. But yes, I think we need formal stuff that we can trust, and that includes specific ways
I
of
don't know if
communication.
I want Garcia filing papers.
No, we're filing the papers. I'll file the papers.
I heard you're not using that paper for writing, but for rolling
Don't
duties.
burn it. That's important information.
Well, that's how we make sure it stays classified
That's
and safe.
true, actually.
That's
true.
how you just like you
Okay.
write the note, you
And then you smoke it.
let it out,
Okay, okay.
and it
After you
goes where
deliver
it's
the note,
supposed to
yeah,
go,
Willing to
man.
help.
I will happily accept your
Okay.
help.
All right. What? So you're throwing. So that's +5 for your bonus for your persuasion.
What did you say it was?
Influence. Sorry.
yeah.
Influence. +5.
How difficult did you
It's a
say?
DC 15.
Okay.
So you are using your influence as well.
I would assume. I'm wondering if it's intimidation.
It kind of sounds that way.
together, hippies.
Let's use intimidation. What's that?
Wow.
What's that for your bonus?
That escalated quick.
3.
3. Okay. So you get a +8 to this roll in general, as
And I
both of you.
have to give a die now.
You have to give a die to it because you are participating.
That's
Yeah,
okay,
Yep,
man.
you could use a
Smallest
D4.
die?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Robbie, what do you need
so
to do?
you only
D20.
need a 7 on 2 dice combined
Sure.
to make it. If
but
you
in
beat
theory,
it, you
if
get
we do
more information.
great, then better things happen.
Yes.
Fuck it. Okay. Ugh. We don't even get the 7.
Out of the gate. Do you have advantage on that roll?
Grip point? I'm kidding.
No, I could have used something different, but no. No, we fail.
Well,
Okay.
no, but we had 6 plus. Wasn't it 8 that we were starting with?
Yeah, you have
7.
8 plus. What did you roll combined?
6.
A 6.
So we failed
so
by
you got
1.
a 14. So you didn't fail like epically, but you just failed a little bit. It's a tough group to get into. So like, all right. So
Maybe we need to. Give
You can't
them
just
all
go walk
sending
up to their
stones.
doors and knock on them and be like, hey, have you heard about the new thing called Central Intelligence Agency?
yeah. So you're putting out
Oh, the
your
Bureau, my
leads. You're
bad.
talking to
C.I.B.
folks. You're like you're trying to like find various like druid groups and things in Jarro, which is sort of you guys have set up your base of operations out of the Bone Palace. Sending missives maybe back to Sarala, but it's just hard to find somebody. It seems like a lot of their people were in the city in the Moonstone
That's
when it
why I did
disappeared,
this.
and it's not back yet. So you just can't find a solid contact. You hear some things, you get like, oh yeah, this guy, he used to know about the Order of the Divided Sky. We haven't seen him in a month or so.
Gotcha.
So yeah, you kind of come up dry. You just can't quite find a solid contact.
Okay.
But you have not like lost any repute or anything with that organization.
Yeah, because I couldn't even find them. How could they be pissed at me?
Yeah, they're like,
I didn't realize that.
It's like, yeah, they're all in town. They're on vacation,
I
bro.
didn't realize they're like Burning Man Festival. Like all of them were there, but I guess it makes sense.
You didn't
a lot of
know
them
the
are-
Fish was playing Sangus this weekend?
I would be there if Fish was playing Sangus, man. Trust.
I'd be on the
They
first
crossed the
airship
sea-
out of this
Yeah,
mode.
man,
cross the
Carol, we
sea,
gotta
man,
go,
for the
bro.
weekend.
We're going on tour.
Yes,
Get your
yes.
get your grilled cheeses, man. We're doing this.
Fish at
Now,
Sangus
let's see.
Fest.
Let's see.
It's Marinans at Sangus Fest. Where is Sangus?
Hold on.
Is that what happened to the Marinans? They're all just tripped out.
They're watching
Maybe.
fish.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, you're like, you're.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that is what happens on that. Next task. What are we doing?
Well, I mean, along those same lines of like getting the information network going, I feel like we do need to like I want to be the general. I'm dressed like one now.
Yep.
And I am trying to understand, okay, these are our sending stone communication partners. These are the information that we can send to Inara, the information that we can send to any of our sending stones that we've sent out. And I'd like to formalize that in a centralized intelligence bureau. Complete with information, and this is a two-parter, but the first part is just the creation of this. I also want to map the battle lines, where the war is potentially coming, and I don't know where that is. I've done a little homework, knowing based on the old Ether Wars, these are the battle lines based on the old Ether Wars, okay? It's occurring to me that Rowana, so, like, the Ether Wars, there were 10 gods on each side, right? Mm-hmm. Jastian even mentioned this, that there were some allies, that he worked with, but they were the Ether side as opposed to the Nether side. So, right now, and I don't know if this is right, but it seems like Rowana is one of the, should we call him good, bad, or should we call him up, down?
Well, I don't understand.
So, Ether, Nether. Okay, so look.
Just say
all the
Ether
areas,
Nether.
okay, all the areas have gods, right? Inara has Inara. We're on Jastian. It has Jastian. Jastian fought on the Ether side, the uppers. Okay.
Okay.
So did Sarala.
He was on uppers.
Yeah.
For sure.
Rowana was on the down side. Look, I've mapped it out. Okay. So look, this whole Kandarahan, these guys, they were all unders.
Yeah, just like our homeland.
No. Half the homeland is downers. Lobos right now is cut off from the other uppers. Okay, so you have a big downer contingent and some uppers. This is also Inar.
We gotta have the map up for this.
That whole continent was also uppers. So the battle line right now is like this. So this sea is a big contentious point. I'm finding that the Shimmering Sea, the Sea of Essinon, and the Bentic Ocean are pain points. If it's following the Ether Nether old, the gods are out as the war starting up where the old battle lines were. If it is, then right now Lobos is cut off. We can take Rowana quickly and make it so that this is all uppers. I'm just saying. You guys see it? Do you guys see it? Anyway, that's why we need the centralized intelligence bureau so we can find out where the actual battle lines are. But is this how it used to be, Ben?
So
Just explain all
yes
that to us.
and yes, but so you're correct. Some of those things did change during the Ether Wars. Like some of them were brought back into the fold, and that was sort of there's more of a history lesson
read very
involved than
well
we have
also.
time for. But yes, and
Well, I do have a little bit of history.
yeah, you could if you want to do some research on getting that stuff up. So all that to say, this is not an easy thing to set up. This is a DC 18.
Mm-hmm.
You don't say.
Is what it is.
Yeah.
So you can, things can go well or not so well depending on how you want to do it.
With our Nokia cell phone things that we're making up in our rooms with block phones and.
I mean, I really think it's cheaper to just buy them, but go on.
And snake on them. Have you played that game? It's pretty fun.
called serpent
You
in
play
this
with
one.
snakes?
Nokia phone. Never mind. They're unbreakable though. That's what's nice. I think this is important that we have this because having communication across the world has been great. So I would like to assist, and the way I would like to assist is I would like to try to find some workers to file the files because none of us are doing that crap. We need some interns.
Yeah, you're setting up some infrastructure here. So I'll make that an influence
Is that influence?
check, sure.
Okay.
I mean, maybe it would be helpful with the knowledge, maybe an arcana even for you, like, because if you're going to help in that way to like help get the sending stones working and
No, I was saying.
no, you're
like,
saying you want
boots
to do
on
the
ground,
worker
like
thing.
actually people.
That's
to help
definitely
us out.
influence,
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
VGU, I was thinking.
Yeah, because we just need to teach them like,
Vortorum
hey,
guard-
when these go off, you got a
Guard
little light
unit?
and they go off, and then you
Okay.
have to press play, and then you have to transcribe them correctly. So then we have files on all these people.
We gotta get people we can trust
Missives.
too.
Yeah, I'm just gonna find
We
some
have to
homeless
vet them.
kids in the.
yeah.
in
So
the-
I think, you
Raise
can
them like our own.
exactly.
Yeah, that would be probably an epic
Fiercely
success. Would be like you
They
get
gave you
trustworthy
food,
people,
man.
you have networks, you have like access to the histories of these places and kind of where the current a lot of new information would come of this too, like places you've not heard about much, information coming in from a lot of different sources and places, all sort of again centralized around you guys here in the Bone Palace, unless you decide
You're good at
otherwise.
judging character, Julius. Maybe you can help me with finding some people, trustworthy people.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Or I can help on that history tip as well.
Yeah, the history would also help. Yeah, like studying and archival stuff.
Wait, what?
Just like the idea of like where the battle lines might have changed, where the gods'
Oh,
alliances
gotcha.
were, now that like if it's coming out, if there are hot pockets of
Hot pockets.
I'm gonna go put up posters. Interns wanted.
I also think it's dangerous to just assume that like what has already happened is going to happen again. So like just because
it seemed like Jastian, well, yeah, go ahead.
Well, you restored him to his full self.
Yeah.
He was
Right.
kind of ghost pirating pretty hard when you guys found him.
right, that's all. Like that. Like I mean, it's always good to know what
Starting
happened,
point.
but also like we shouldn't write Roanna off because she was not down with the cause last time.
Correct. That's fine.
Thanks.
But it did make sense because I was thinking that the fire giants were taking over that area, and it was like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I
A
looked,
success will give you a little bit more insight into why that might be, based on if you use your history bonus, I will say.
with the idea being, once this agency is up and running with the interns, with our earlier knowledge,
And I will also help only on the condition that I have nothing to do with the agency once it is up and running.
I don't want a
I'm
t-shirt.
going to
I
sell
don't
my
want-
shares.
Off
and
my-
I'm done.
off my plate.
I'll be in charge.
Not dealing with it.
I'll be in
Nice.
charge.
Great.
But then also we disseminate the information and we get information from Jastian Jalisanther, from Sianu once we can talk to him, from Cecil, from your mom.
I'm happy.
I
from
have some
General
questions
Thaniel.
about Sianu.
Your mom. I'm happy to be the mouthpiece
doesn't have a-
when it comes to
Okay.
like preaching this information and explaining it to the masses.
That's a part of it too.
But
Okay.
Sure. Okay.
what do you got?
What do you mean?
I thought you
He's
got a question.
getting the interns.
Yeah, I'm getting the interns. I'm gonna start. Is there a local library?
Yeah, there's a library.
I
in
think
Jara.
that's where I'll start.
College campus, library.
Yeah.
What
there's
am I?
There's probably a
I
small,
might not
like,
come
yeah.
back from the college campus.
It's more of like a
but that could fit into
maritime
your-
academy.
That's
up
true.
there. I feel like
As we
it's
go around this.
Yeah, I feel like it's like an Embry Riddle
Just go on
type,
sorority row.
kinda, like a maritime academy.
Guys, I got some interns.
It's Navy Week, baby. Like, let's do this.
Hell yeah.
All right, so you've got your history bonus, you've got your influence bonus, influence bonus, which gives you a base of
I have a 4.
4,
One.
1, and
Bringing a lot to the table, man. And it's your
really helping out. And then another.
Jesus.
And you want to be a general?
I am a general.
If you can justify a better skill, I'll take
Well,
it.
if
but-
in the trades,
Intimidation?
like the trade section,
Why is everything intimidation?
Like I have, do I get the intelligence? Do I get to add my intelligence to the trades that I have skills in, or
Yeah.
is it just a +2?
No, you add intelligence.
Okay, so then yeah, I've got a 4.
To the trade rolls, yeah, they're all
4 with
intelligence
advantage
based. Yeah,
for history.
I think that's right.
that's how I have mine
Yeah,
written down.
I think that's right. And until I'm proven otherwise, that's how I'm
What
playing.
could I add to history? My intelligence?
1.
Nice. So it's history intelligence I'm using, but it's still a 1.
Okay. I think it's definitely influence for you. You're trying to set up an organization, like a network that does not exist.
What's your influence?
All right. What are you throwing? What dice are you throwing at?
I'm giving it all.
I'm doing
you got a D20?
This is the big one for me.
And
I guess
this is the big one.
Well, you
for
can
me.
use multiple dice if you.
This is my fate die.
But yeah, you can.
But you can also
can,
like,
you can throw
if this is
a couple
important
dice
to you.
into
You
it.
can
A
throw a
6 and-
couple.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of plans.
You don't have to.
I have a lot of to do.
Okay.
Yeah. So when your
So you're
dice
just
pool is empty,
half-assing
you're
everything.
out of time, right? You're out of effort.
No. Okay.
Just you don't have.
All right.
No.
Let's see. I mean, this is all just it's
You can
it's
roll
all
a
up in the
20.
air.
This is easy if you just roll 20s.
Yeah, just roll a 20. the whole
Dear.
time.
See, this is what happened. Yeah, great.
Woof.
Well, then I guess I'm gonna re-roll this with my advantage.
Okay.
Even though it was a 4, but and now it's a 1. All right.
But with advantage, you said. So you still take the 4.
Yeah.
Fair.
Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
Or
So 8,
Yeah, you get
8 from me.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah. You take the higher of the 2 rolls, I would say.
we're doing the heavy lifting with this.
If you're
Central
re-rolling
Intelligence
multiple. So what was the
Bureau.
total result?
Apparently
My
you're not
fate-
fated to be J.
What'd you
Edgar
say,
Hoover.
8?
8 for me.
7.
3.
7, 15, and 3 is 18.
18.
That's exactly what you needed. So you passed it. Fantastic.
Yes, with a 2.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Inara. Thank you, everybody. For your help.
Thank your friends, you asshole.
I would like to thank you, actually.
Guys, look, I got some.
I would like to thank you, if that's possible.
This guy's name is Buzz. We had a pretty good time the other night. I think he'll be pretty good at what he's doing.
Cool.
And then this girl's name is Jalira.
Buzz and Jalira?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, this is
Write
very
it down.
important.
I'm going to write it down too.
You're tasked with the
She's a
secrecy.
paralegal.
You're studying to be a paralegal? A junior
Jalira.
paralegal?
All right.
she's mute. It's
so
fine.
you get the CIB is up and operational. The VGU
garage
is gathering information on a fairly regular basis. Some of it is a little sketchy, not sketchy as in false, but like just a bit esoteric. Like it's just not terribly helpful. It's just unclear. You hear a little bit with the history, like you start delving into some of these what happened before the great split amongst the continent and during the Ether Wars and all of this stuff. And you do like there's stories that sort of come out, a little hard to decipher everything, but like some gods participated in the Ether Wars on the Nether side almost against their will. They were like seduced to the dark side, for lack of a better term.
That doesn't mean your map is wrong. It just means the motivations might be not.
Yeah,
correct.
so Rowana was initially sort of duped by her brother, Kenderahan, who was kind of the biggest push of the Nether forces. He was sort of the biggest one, and she was
Big base.
sort of back when everything was all connected in the big Pangea type continent, except for Marina and Tessima were always sort of on their own. As was actually Inara, and that was always sort of an island continent if you look at the Pangeal map. But anyway, so like those 3 continents on the east side of the map were all one at one point.
These guys.
And then but the strait there between Inara and the central continent was always there, and that has remained relatively unchanged. But Rowana, the story goes that Rowana was sort of like the most naive of her sisters. She always had, she was thinking about her, the stars and navigation and magic and all of these like rings and stuff. So she was the easiest to sort of sway, and it was sort of the first influx of Nether force into that like original Ether Force group of 10. And then it sort of swapped the numbers for a while. Like it was Orataniel was also on the bad side, but he switched sides during the Ether Wars. Orataniel is sort of like the god of the hunt and the wild, and he's on the central continent is where Orataniel is, and has a lot of, but would sort of kind of gave into his more, it's sort of the same idea with Lobos, like sort of the temptation is to give in to that like wild and savage nature of like the hunter and the like to run with the wolves and to just kind of be a force of chaos and bad and evil. So that's sort of what you gather about like. So there were some that were like definitely on the bad side, and there were some that were sort of in between, and then there was a lot of folks who were just like they stood up for good, and that's what the original Vortorum were all representative of. But it is kind of nebulous. It just seems like it is not necessarily dictated by their fate or even by luck how this all came to pass, but they're all influenceable.
Should we assume if there are hot pockets of violence, obviously the Vortorian Empire is a separate thing altogether.
Sure.
But can we kind of assume that if the gods are coming back that the Ether War battle lines?
I mean, you guys start gathering information. That is not really evident in the intelligence that you are gathering. Like that doesn't seem to be like there are some. You start getting reports of like there are some sort of active conflicts going on. You've not seen. You've seen some of them. Some of against the Shadow King, like you saw the city of Moonstone disappear, beset by the Shadow King's forces. This doesn't seem to be drawn along the same lines as like what is going on with the Vortorian Empire, and those reports are probably the least informative. It seems that the Empire has sort of taken a kind of inward stance. There seems to be like some active. The port cities are far more controlled. You hear reports out of Jorva that there's like a large contingent of military ships from up near the capital that has sort of like set up not necessarily a blockade, but a very strong guard outside of Jorva, Ravi's hometown, as a reminder, and where you all met for the first time.
Wonder what my dad is up to.
And yeah,
well,
so
controlling that
the one that lives
bay
there
seems very important.
Mm-hmm.
The control of that like whole the Sea of Estenon, that seems important for the Vortorian Empire.
Yeah. You start getting reports that ships from all over, like from the Velen coast, are starting to reach out, and you've seen more of them in the passing days in the port of Jaro, where you guys are, and there's not a whole lot of activity from that continent. Usually, it's kind of been. The only people they trade with is like Jastian and that lower continent. They don't really go. You guys know from being from the central continent that doesn't really happen on that side. There are like, kind of clandestine black market goods make their way back and forth, but nothing like formal. It's just kind of a Cold War of hostilities going on. But you do start to hear that they are like. There's a little more activity on that continent. There's more like travel. You start to hear some rumors every now and then about like that there are kind of they've always been sort of mysterious to the central continent. Like nobody really knows what happens in Vela or Kandarahan or Uktun, I believe is the other one that's up there, and Sangus. Like those four kind of make. I don't have my map up here, but
you are correct.
Yeah, so. Thank God, my memory. But like those there's a lot of like exotic goods that come from there. A lot of magical infused goods. Their handle of magic is on par with like the Fenorans, like the elves, who especially in like places like Vela and Sangus, like they're like hardcore. And then the Kandarahan and Uktun have always been very kind of militaristic type societies. And the kind of that's sort of the reports you get out of there. It's just like there's a lot of movement going on internally, a lot of like moving out from the inland capitals out to the port cities and things like that. There's a lot of and that's kind of what Orrin is very interested in, is those military reports, like who is on the horizon. It seems like there is
Where's
something.
the activity starting?
Something is brewing, but it has not formally exploded into a full-on, like, there's not a war going on, but everyone's kind of, ever since that giant streak in the sky when the gods were released and the portal was opened, that everyone's kind of on edge since then. It's not really clear as to why or how exactly, but that's kind of what you're able to gather.
I want a big map on the table, and I'm gonna put like
Comes
some
in.
little wooden
Guys.
and I'm gonna like carve some like little wooden ships to put on the like
Okay. So
now we have
in the Sea of Estenon.
I'll give you
Minis
that
and
one
maps
for
in
free.
our game of minis and maps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking.
Yep.
And then so the Velen ships, I might put a few Velen ships, but I want to start like getting those reports and mapping out like just where the militaries are kind of,
Okay.
starting to form.
Great.
Along the lines of thanking my friends for helping with all this history, I can't find Ravi right now. He might be out partying, but hey, Julius, I got 2 tickets to this band called Estenon 9 tonight.
Okay.
And I wondered if you wanted to go with me.
Sure. Well, that just so happens because I heard that you were looking for, you were going to start moving troops on maps. And so I went downstairs to the casino and I stole you one of these crap sticks.
That's where you need to push the...
I know, and I got that for
yes!
you. See?
Nice. That's all free. You can have that for free. No rolls involved.
Sweet.
Good, because bonding with Julius, I was worried of what kind of roll, what kind of dice I was going to
No,
spend.
that one's free. I'll give you. No, hold on. This isn't because it is an influence and like gaining some headway with Max. It's an easy one. It's a DC
You don't
4.
have to use dice for...
It's a DC 4. You can just add a bonus to it and not throw a dice.
I'm trying really hard to trying to bond with
Right.
Julius.
If you want to throw a dice at it, you could have even greater success.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna try really hard to bond with Julius. Is this influence or trickery?
This is.
Depends on your...
Or intimidation.
Are you being genuine or not?
I'm trying really hard not to use my hands to talk to him.
Okay. I'm going to say it's influence.
Okay.
This is super fun. I'm having a good time.
Are you throwing what are you throwing at it? A D6?
D6.
I'll give you advantage on it.
Fingers.
Okay.
Plus influence
always-
bonus, which
it's
is
always
a
a
1
finger.
for you. Oh, Jesus. All right.
6
Hey, there you go.
That's a 6. You didn't beat it by 5.
and a 6.
Nice.
I mean, I
2
did advantage,
6s?
so I just
Nice.
rolled it.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's a DC 4. So it's a total of 6 or a 7?
7.
7 total.
Okay. Well, it doesn't beat it by more.
Yeah, well.
It was a great night, and I appreciate that. I had fun seeing music with you, and I would do it again.
Yes.
And I thought maybe we could find some of your people here, but it doesn't seem like there are any.
It's an awesome concert. It's really good. It does sort of like you guys share a few jokes and have a good laugh and some good music.
Got some inside jokes now.
So when I will say, when you give Julius the help action, that dice has advantage. You can re-roll that dice.
Okay. Excellent.
A help dice from Orrin can be re-rolled.
Excellent.
Great. All right.
Orrin, Julius, are you home?
All right.
No?
Yeah, what's Ravi been up to? It's been hanging out. You guys do see at the concert, there's kind of like this weird, like it's in this back alley, like sort of a courtyard kind of thing.
Okay.
And as you guys are walking in that night, like ready to have a good time, you just kind of see like there's a bunch of stray cats like outside in this alley, like just kind of sitting on stoops and railings and stuff, like 4 or 5 of them. It's just kind of weird.
Okay.
And you make me a perception check. Is that what those are? No, awareness check. Make me an awareness check as you're walking into this concert.
Shoot. I don't know. Maybe they're cool. 11.
11.
Do perception too, or
Awareness.
Awareness. It's awareness in this game.
just 17?
We're switching back from our mini arc. We're in between mini arcs right now. What'd you get?
17.
17. Yeah. Like so you like there's this one kind of tabby cat like up in the and it just kind of you notice that it kind of just tracks you for a second, and then you're talking with Julius. You're out of the corner of your eye, you see this cat just looking at you, and you blink and you look up, and it's not there anymore. It's just kind of weird.
Is that one of your friends?
I don't.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, just something. It kind
I
of.
don't think so. I don't think I knew that
It's just
one.
kind of like that was weird. There's a lot of cats in this. I mean, there's like
You
stray
just know
cats
every
everywhere
animal.
sometimes.
I guess. Yeah.
You know every
And every
animal.
animal's also a person too in disguise.
Yeah, like a cat. It would be like a druid wild shaping or something into a actual cat. If it was like a were-cat, it would be.
Or it's a familiar.
It'd be like a human
like,
size.
Like Jeremiah
Yeah,
Valid point.
might be.
or Alex, whatever his name is.
Yeah.